And welcome to Supersport Park for this third day between Sri Lanka and South Africa. No hundreds in the game yet. Dean Elgar, 95. He's disappointed to fall 5 short of his what would have been his first Test 100 on his home ground here at Supersport Park. But plenty of runs considering the fact that we have seen the ball. Faf du Plessis and Temba, a big job to do, JP, for South Africa.
That man in your picture, Temba Bavuma, he's looked the part on the surface. Pick of the bowlers so far for the Sri Lankans. Vishwa Fernando.
Appeal straight away.
That's nicely bowled. There's a lot of consideration there from Maria Erasmus, but in the end he decides against it. Will Sri Lanka decide to go upstairs? Just one more review left for them. And I think the captain's thinking too high. No, he's not.
Look where his back foot is outside that off-stump line, and then hit him high as well, missing the stumps, hitting the stumps, but umpire's call. It's a very good shot by the Sri Lankans. It looked pretty decent in live action.
There's that little sweep shot, and it takes Temba Bavuma to a half-century. A 14th half-century in Test match cricket. Shot. That spanked away for 4 through the covers. Take those gleefully. Shot. Beautifully played. It's over-pitched, but Bavuma right over it. Oh, yes. Control. Placement.
Goes after that short one, does du Plessis. It's a very leg-sided field. It's been put in place for the short pitch bowling. Gone after it, they put the field back. Oh, they were toying with the idea of how far that man at long stop needed to be back. Finds the edge. Would never have carried to a third slip. There's no slip in place, but it's away to the boundary. A fortunate one for du Plessis. That's beautifully played in front of square. It'll make its way to the boundary.
Just remain in the present, stay in the present, not worry about his 100 or what is expected of him. I think he's already delivered what was expected of him. Great partnership. Scores are level.
That's a good start from Hasaranga. That first over went back into the attack. 90 overs done. And South Africa take the lead. Oh, he's got him. Eventually they find the breakthrough. A touch of a loose shot outside the off stump from Temba Bavuma. Almost he wasn't in the position to play it. And he'll be very frustrated with that. Shanaka, well, we've got to say, he has deserved a second wicket from the performance we've seen from him throughout the last 2 days. Wow, that does look like he's missed. But there must have been a noise involved, because if he hadn't edged it or he hadn't heard the noise himself, he definitely would have sent it upstairs. There's plenty of reviews available. No edge whatsoever. Temba Bavuma, what has he done?
Let me gather my thoughts and let you know that, you know, you may be at fault or walking away.
That's his first class record. That's why there's so many raps about the young man, just 22 years of age and averaging just under 45 hundreds.
It's in the gap. It'll go away for 4. Faf du Plessis brings up a 10th Test match century. It's a first against Sri Lanka. He also goes past 4,000 Test match runs. Yeah, needed these runs by him, yes, but also by that change room. So important for South Africa to respond to Sri Lanka. And in that partnership with Bavuma, played well, and they've taken South Africa past 400. Still much to do, and he'll want to fill his boots. Shot. 4 runs. Oh, that's beautiful. Shot. Full toss and put away. Easily. That's well controlled. That's gone down to the boundary for leg buys, but I'd not be surprised if they try to go upstairs here. It's been given for no leg buys. I think it was given leg buys. No reviews left though. Oh yeah, by the way, 4-3-5 for 5, and it's lunch on day number 3. South Africa, the happier side, no doubt. They've now got a lead. 39 is their lead. Faf du Plessis played well, a 10th Test match century for him. And look at that run rate. Still, the bowlers toil and they go to all parts. It's just under 4 3/4 and over. And South Africa now lead by 39 runs. Second session of this first Betway Test. It's day number 3, and the summary has South Africa 39 runs ahead on first innings. And South Africa in a great position, thanks largely to that man there, Faf du Plessis. Shot, oh, beautiful. And again, this one even better. Shot, picked the length, picked his spot and hit it really well. It's gone for 6.
Yeah, you spoke about capitalizing on the fact that the bowling attack has been shrunk.
Great shot. Faf du Plessis.
Oh, gone, caught behind. That had bounce and more to it, and finally gets a reward for some seriously good bowling. Hasaranga picks up his second.
There was pressure. He kept building it, he kept stringing it together, and you got the impression that Mulder was getting a little bit impatient, trying to force the issue, driving one. 476 for 6.
Yeah, let's get some stats. 31 test matches, an average of 15.
Beautiful. Over-pitched, placed perfectly, timing supreme.
It's nicely played. Be a couple. 150 to Faf du Plessis. Yeah, very well done. It's 498 for 6. In the air for some time, and cover, interested, short cover. Shot, full toss. Yeah, just put that away. Loving this, Maharaj.
And he's put that way with ease. Yeah, the standard of the bowling hasn't been really up to scratch over the last while due to the injuries, and the South Africans are cashing. It brings up the 50 partnership between these two. That's nicely played. It's a full toss, easy to put away. It just required some good placement.
Tea time.
Lead by 169. Bails are taken off, and we have tea, and the South Africans are sitting pretty. It's 1 wicket in the session, 130 runs, 29 overs bowled by Sri Lanka, and South Africans way ahead in this contest. So that's the upshot of the contest. South Africa lead by 169 runs, and the fun will continue for the South African fans, for the South African team, come the last session of the day.
66 test matches to possibly get that elusive 200. Can he get it here at Supersport Park?
Centre, right arm over.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
I'm just going to sound this out. That's nasty played. That's going to make its way to the boundary. Tickles it down to fine leg. Is it off the bat? We'll have to wait and see. That could be the 50 for Maharaj. He comes back for 2. All the attention to Maria Erasmus. And he's still waiting for Maria Erasmus. Well, he's put his bat up in the air as Keshav Maharaj, so it's definitely come off his bat. It's his 3rd 50 in Test cricket. It's actually the 3rd 50 in the last 9 innings from Keshav Maharaj, so he's played really well.
Oh, short. Ever so slightly short. And Maharaj Plays a beautiful pull shot away for 4. And the applause from the change room, the South African change room, is because they've brought up 600. There's the record then for the 7th wicket partnership. 133. Previous record, Sean Pollock and Mark Boucher. Here it is now for Maharaj and du Plessis. Get over! No, it's not. Oh dear, try to go over the top. Look at that reaction. Look at the change room. 1 away he was. Faf du Plessis. Oh, look at that despair for the South African change room, because du Plessis is out for 199. He's played well, no doubt about that, but right now feels the disappointment of not having got the milestone.
Yeah, he didn't change his game plan, did he, Tommy? He sort of stuck to what had worked for him for so long, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, 199. Use of the feet, tries to pop it over the top, and you saw Dean Elgar's head in his hands. His highest test score, 199. Faf du Plessis also out for 199. We won't have to worry, we'll find out soon, because that's an outside edge. Norkia on his way, just his 3rd delivery, and he finds that edge. So we will see South Africa continue. 6-10 for 8. And he's been given first delivery in Test cricket. It was the googly. They do have 3 reviews, so if he wants to, you can send it up. Says he is going to.
Ah, good choice.
Decided to send it up.
You gotta send it upstairs.
609 for 6, and now it's 611 for 9. Crashing into the leg stump. 4th wicket for Hasaranga, but the decision stays, and Sapamla goes out first delivery. He's middled this one. He's got a 6. It's onto the bank, and it's the same delivery, but this time over pitched, full toss, and Maharaj into the 70s.
Not going to fool Keshav twice.
Keshav Maharaj goes hard at it, tops up in the air. This is a catch, and it's taken. Very good catch in the end. Had to make a little bit of ground. I think that's Hasaranga, and he's been injured for a period of time. And a wonderful innings of 73 from Keshav Maharaj. His highest test score comes to an end. Fernando, he twirled hard for his 31 overs, so he picked up his 3rd wicket. And Sri Lanka will be very grateful that they've picked up the last, and they can head towards the dressing room. As we mentioned, I kept telling Ramesh Raja 225 was the magic figure, and so it proved to be. 225 runs ahead. Sri Lanka with a lot of work to do to try and save this test match. You would think it would be very difficult for them to win it from here.
Makaya, there's Ngiti with the ball. Your thoughts on South Africa and bowling? A thought about the approach, JP, of Kusal Pereira as he is out there, and also Karunaratne, the skipper for Sri Lanka.
And now the only thing that they need to do is to hit.
Shot. Fall and driven through the offside. Loves to throw the bat at the ball when he has any width. It's beautiful there. Really good shot by Karunaratne. Bowled him! Oh, wow! The vagaries of this surface. It seems it's a normal defensive shot, but it stayed down. South Africa won't care. They've got the breakthrough, and it's the skipper Karunaratne who's gone.
It's the wicket. That's all matters. It is 1 for 10.
Kusal Mendes. Shot. Yeah, beautifully played again. Shouts of catch it. And it's straight that time.
Overpitched again by Nokia. And capitalized by Kusal Pereira.
Here we go. Getting a second one. Hit the same area. The results coming fast. Charles Langerfeld, look at that.
He goes without damaging the scoring. 22 for 2.
Dinesh Chandimal.
Yeah, well played. Good soft hands by Chandimal.
That's nicely played, isn't it? Nicely played. Two straight and just whoops it behind square. Up and over, that's nicely played. It was short. Chandimal felt like he could get after it and did it with a lot of conviction. No, that wasn't the move. Oh, Chandimal, I don't know if that's cramp. I hope it's cramp from a Sri Lankan perspective as he hobbles down to the other end. Gosh, they can't afford another injury. So that's the end of the day's play on day 3. Sri Lanka 65 for 2, a day that's clearly belonged to South Africa. It's also belonged to Faf du Plessis. He was superb. Quinton de Kock, the captain, will be very, very happy with the performances of their troops. They've got themselves into a very, very strong position now in this test match. Didn't look that way after day 1. But test matches aren't won on day 1, and the South Africans have shown their character. So the situation of the match, Sri Lanka still trail by 160 runs after South Africa compiled 621 in reply to the first innings score of 396. 65 for 2, and it should be a wonderful day's viewing here at SuperSport Park tomorrow.